You need engine data. You need it now, not later. Keep application 2.0.
Well, what do we got today, kids? Come on. I'm going to show you something. Today, we got a Super Stubby sighting, which is fun to say. The Super Stubby, as you know, quite rare, is a extra short wheelbase van. It is not the 136-inch that you're used to. It is smaller, and here it is. Look at that hot action. All right. I've got my camera set as non-fisheye as possible, even though it's still fisheye, just to give you an idea how fucking small this thing is. They're so cute when they're babies. Look at that. Look at that. That's just tiny. Of course, the only difference is back here. But it didn't occur to me, but this is the first time I've ever driven one. A Super Stubby. It is tiny. But it is the same height as your low roof van, and as such, it's actually surprisingly usable. Now, for me, the reason to have this is because of the cute factor. Camera down there. Tilt it back a little bit so we can all see. Hi, my fat ass in. Oh. Now, as you know, I've spent 3 decades in Chevy vans in one capacity or another. In the Chevy van, you're basically like this. I don't know what the spec is. I'm 5 foot. I was probably 5'8" when I was made, but I've shrunk down a little. I might be 5'6" with my slouchy pants falling down technology. So we're looking at, I don't know, 5'5" or whatever. However, just the neck, not so bad. And the thing is, when you're moving stuff in and out of the van, that's what counts. This is actually pretty slick. It must have a big ass inverter because it's got a hell of a lot of Edison in it. Sound guys would call this Edison because that's how you get the Edison, the power company 120 volt. Very cool. Let's take a look around, shall we? Little tiny wheel well. Look how close the wheel well is to the door. I bet in your longer vans it's not like that. All the accessories like this wall would fit, of course, because it is no different than any other Promaster except it's shorter. I will tell you one thing. It's cute in here. I could totally live in here. I don't care what you people think with your needs. This is plenty. Got a room to lie down. You put your kitchen on the other side, and that's it. You'd be surprised at what kind of little space you can get away with. That's fun. I shall give you my driving impressions. Fucker's fast. At least compared to other Promasters. I mean, it's not fast compared to some kind of Lamborghini or something. But I was very impressed. You would think that a short wheelbase, even a wheelbase that short, which is not crazy short, it's I believe it's identical to a 4-door Wrangler. But it's you would think the reason you want a wheelbase aside from space is that it smooths out the ride. You'll get a much better ride at the compromise of turning circle. I didn't try and crank this thing down to, to see exactly how small of a turning circle it has, but it's got to be pretty small. But it rode smooth. You wouldn't know you were in a Super Stubby if I didn't tell you or whatever. And peppy, I don't know what the curb weight is. Maybe I'll look it up and put it on the screen. And I can't imagine it's not thousands of pounds difference, but it's interesting. Now this one, I believe the dude got it because it was hit, so I'm sure it was quite cheap. And as a vocational van, probably wouldn't have much utility because if you look at the exterior dimensions of this, it's commensurate with a minivan. And why wouldn't you want a minivan? You get all those creature comforts. Although, then again, I could see why you wouldn't want a minivan. But the people who have their Super Stubbies love them. This one is, I want to say, a 17 with about 130,000 miles on it. It got hit. And it's interesting how much stuff is fucked up here under the hood because it's moved things over and it's just got issues that other vans don't have. But it's holding together in true Fiat fashion. They always kind of just work. But you can see how far the front was shifted over. I would assume that's a deer strike. That's a solid inch where everything was just, but that doesn't mean it doesn't run good. It can't be made to run good or whatever. And that of course could be fixed because it's all just gimcrackery under there. There's not much structure. to fart around with. Matter of fact, while we're here, while I'm milking this, just because I have the visual aid, there's no structure. That the bumper panels, those panels, they just bolt onto this. There's nothing under there. And all the frame stub is a corrugated frame that's designed to collapse when it gets hit from the front. So when it gets hit from the front, what really gets jacked is this, which is called the load path thing. I know because I had to replace one once. But it's just, there's not much, there's not really anything here. It's not gonna do much. But because of that lack of structure, it's very simple and easy to work on and robust. But at the same time, if you take a bash here enough, you know, if it shifts these 2 points, then your radiator isn't going to fit and so on. Doesn't mean it's the end of the world. As a matter of fact, it means the opposite. It can all be bent back into shape in a sense. But that's how little structure there is under the front of your van. Another thing I forgot to add about this van that's uniquely goofy yet interesting, and I don't know if it's stock or not, these are the oversized giant tow mirrors. The super big mirrors. If you compare the mirror size to a normal van, this thing is gigantic. I actually hate these things because I think they block your view. Well, I don't think it, I know it. But, yeah, compared to there, it's like the Alfred E. Newman of vans. That's a joke that you got to be pretty old to get. Gigantic. But it's something to see. Feels freaky small. This is clown car territory. Giant mirrors. Let's close up on our Super Stubby. I love the proportions of that. But the problem is, for the same price, you get, you know, another 3 feet, which is pretty hard to argue with. And that's in the short van. You go to the, you know, you pay the extra price, then you get another 6 feet, basically. I mean, look at the difference where the door ends to the tire. That's a lot of space. So it's hard to justify this van except for the cosmetics, which are delightful. And if you put big tires and lifted this one, oh man, it would start to look good. I'm thinking spoiler on the roof, fog horns, all of it. Fairly well appointed. That's a factory camera. It's got all the beans. All right. Well, wasn't that fun? No, not really. You didn't learn much, but we had fun, and I filled another week with interesting things. Carry on. Love you. Bye. My app. Promaster phone app. Custom Promaster phone app. It'll make you